My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. I wanted to post this really quick before she hits us with another video, and most likely from the new place. She's gonna have to post more often because, guys, she's down to 2,400 US dollars before tax, that is. And even if you add a few $100 because a social blade is not all that accurate, you might as well subtract a few hundred because whenever her videos get reported for self-harm and so forth, they subtract money that social blade cannot detect. And so, you know, it's whatever, we got the ballpark. She's down to about 2,400 US dollars before tax. And so before she posts another video, which she's going to have to do unless she wants to really go for filing bankruptcy or standing in line at social services, I wanted to talk about something that we were talking about in the comments, and we could not figure out when it was that she said that she had signed the lease before. And the reason why we couldn't remember that is because she had mentioned before that she was approved for an apartment, but not that she signed the lease. And I remembered which video that was, and I would like to show that to you here. So this is what she said on August 21st in 2023.
I have an update on my moving. Did I get approved? So that whole thing was so stressful. Like, I went onto a website when I was apartment hunting, and every single apartment that I said I was interested in, they ended up emailing me. Because like, you click a little button where it's like, oh, maybe I'm interested in, or yes, I am. So if you click maybe, or if you click yes, they all end up emailing you. And not only that, like, you put your cell phone number and stuff. So I started getting text messages, I was getting calls. So I was just like, the first day I was texting, I was emailing, I was calling with at least 20 apartments. It was crazy. But the next day is when I finally like dwindled down to my top 3, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply for just like my top 1. And y'all, when I tell you, like, the second after I applied, okay, that's exaggeration, I want to say maybe 5 minutes, I was approved. But there was like this massive like stressful thing because like when you get an apartment, like you have to send over pay stubs, like proof of income. And from experience being a YouTuber, every place that you rent from, they accept different types of payment proof, so it makes it super confusing. So I was having a hard time sending over like my proof of income and like what they would accept versus like what I like had to give to show, you know. So finally we got that all figured out. So yeah, I officially have my apartment, I have my move-in date, and things are moving. Today is actually the day that I officially signed the lease. Like officially signed it for my new place, which is crazy. And then also I signed the mover agreement, which means everything is set in stone.
So apparently she had no idea if she was going to get this place until all the way September the 29th. And in the last video we saw her actually having stuff moved out of the apartment, which still doesn't mean she has a new one, that she got approved for a new place, because the movers could just move her stuff into storage. Because I have a few questions I do not understand, and I don't know if I was just tired or I just didn't care enough, but in the last video, so she says she's in the empty apartment, the movers just picked up the stuff, right? Why does only Amber have a place where she's going to sleep, which is hard for me to believe, even though she sleeps sitting up? And so I could see her sleeping on that thing that she never showed as a whole piece of furniture. But you know, the part where Twinkie was hiding between the pillows. And so, where is Wipey sleeping? I mean, following her narrative that she says that they are still living in that apartment together, which of course they haven't. I, if you pay attention to the vlogs, you know that YP hasn't been around much. Only when errands needed to be run, or like boxes had to be bought and hauled home, and even before then, she only came over to drop off the PO box packages. And so YP hasn't been around in a long time. But nailing Amber to her narrative, where is YP sleeping? Why is there no piece of furniture for her to sleep on? Does she sleep on the floor like a dog? What is going on? And also, where's YP's boxes? Like, if Amber wants to sell the narrative that YP's been living there all this time, which she hasn't, where are her boxes? Why does she only talk about her boxes? You know, it's all strange to me. It doesn't make any sense. And who would still be at the empty apartment trying to sleep there with the minimum of things? For what reason? Because she cannot move in her new place yet? Why would that be? What would be the reason for that? Or maybe she doesn't have a new place because her credit is ruined, and since she burns bridges with everybody, nobody volunteered to co-sign a lease for her. That is most likely what I'm thinking. I'm really excited about finding out where she actually moved, if she moved in with somebody, because in that last video, I think she already said,
I think I want to eat my one meal a day on camera. I love that I can be a comfort to people. It's also really comforting to me, especially now that I'm going to be living by myself. I'm going to be eating all my meals by myself for the most part. Now that I'm going to be living by myself, I'm going to be eating all my meals by myself for the most part. Now that I'm going to be living by myself, I'm going to be eating all my meals by myself for the most part.
For the most part. And I think that she might not be living by herself. But who would let a quarter tonner move in with her? I mean, everybody that knows her in real life knows how bad she smells, and that she's lazy, and that she would never get out of the house. She would just sit there like a spider in the web, screeching and, being up all hours of the night, and not have a good sleep rhythm. I mean, who would let her move in? And I don't think it's any of her relatives either, because she pretty much damaged those relationships permanently by selling them down the river on her channel. So who could she possibly move close to, of her relatives? I don't get it. But I do have to admit, I'm currently flying blind. I didn't even see coming that she would actually move. I didn't get any energies from her moving. I thought she was full of shit. I'm actually surprised that she did empty that apartment, or had it emptied, and that it actually looks like she's moving. I'm surprised by that. But that is because my intuition is focused on things in real life right now, and I can only focus on so many things at a time, and Amber is not very high up on my priority list. But it is strange to me that she said that she had an apartment, that she was approved for the apartment before she was even effectively approved, to where they offered her the lease. I still don't see who let her sign a lease with her credit being shot, and her not safe income. I'm not sure who would do that. Apparently there are people in the States that do that, but maybe that gives a little bit of an indicator what kind of area she will be living in, where a landlord will let somebody like her move in. Also, the empty apartment, and her saying they will be staying there for quite a few nights, and keep switching between I will be staying, or I'm doing this and that, or we are doing this and that. Apparently she keeps forgetting, or she keeps mixing up her fantasy version of Wipey still being around, and the reality that she's been living on her own for quite some time, and only having Wipey come over to, take her to the Home Depot or whatever. But it's all weird to me. It doesn't make any sense. And like I said, I don't have the focus right now whenever things in real life are going on. Amber automatically slips to the bottom of the priority list, and so I have no ambition to even find out. I'm just gonna wait to see what she'll show us in the next vlog. And so let me know what you guys think, what might be going on. To me, it makes absolutely no sense, but that doesn't mean anything, you know. And so, yeah, I hope you had a great weekend, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.